Throughout this series, I've made many snide comments about the modern games industry. I'm not saying that's wrong, I'm saying I've not made enough yet. Let's see, where to start? I've mentioned the detrimentality and self-destructiveness of the pursuit of graphics, how console exclusivity is generally no different from kidnapping and ransoming, and of course there's microtransactions, PC porting, this whole release fuck up, patch it later attitude. Oh, and of course, fuck Konami. But that's business for another video. But instead, I want to focus on the sector that has largely remained unsodomized by the scourge of capitalism. Mostly. Unbound by corporate control and marketing, this is where the most heart, effort, and creativity lie. I am, of course, talking about the indie games market. In fact, I'd like to share with you two of my favourite examples. And before any of you in the comments say a fucking thing, no, I've not played Undertale, I've been busy! First off is Always Sometimes Monsters, or is it Sometimes Always Monsters, or is it Monsters? Oh, fuck it, this game's too dismal to keep this gag going. So what we have here is a game made in RPG Maker, which usually equates to shitty Final Fantasy rip-offs. Or just shit. But instead is set in modern times and prescribes to the genre I've dubbed as the mind fuck 'em up. See these for details. And while it certainly isn't as psychological, it's certainly the kind of depressing that makes you lie on the floor thinking, oh yeah, living is definitely overrated. I'm just gonna bite my wrists off. The story is you're a black guy who's throwing a house party, but then first person you talk to give them a book publication contract, boop, they're the main character. Then the first person they talk to, boop, they're the love interest. I have to admit, it's a clever way of mixing gameplay and narrative, but somehow I ended up playing as an Asian lady with a black girlfriend, which, you know, nothing wrong with that, but first thing that popped into my head was, oh my god, please let one of you be Jewish. But poorly segueing back to the story, after 2 years of toke smoking and bean flicking later, the book publisher has cut your funding because you're a lazy asshole, and your girlfriend has left you for being a lazy asshole, and you're totally broke, you've slumped into depression, and your life's totally going to shit because you're a lazy asshole. You can really see how the story hits so close to home, right? But then you get a letter saying, oh no, your girlfriend's happily moving on with her life and is getting married. The bitch! And then hijinks ensues. And I'm not going any further into the story than that because there are some dark themes and shit going on here with some proper social commentary and some of the best writing I've ever seen in an indie game. And I'm gonna say this one more time. No, I've not played fucking Undertale! Does it have problems? Fuck yeah, it does. There's a lot of gameplay issues that is going to be a deal breaker for a lot of people. Especially the jobs you have to do to make money, which could only be more boring and monotonous if you got paid to be a judge in a paint drying competition. But who gives a fuck? Because what other game gives you the option to masturbate in the shower? This game gets me. So yeah, this game's deep or whatever. You should play it. Okay, moving on. Hey kids, do you like fun games? Yay! Do you like roguelikes? Yay! Do you like to probe into the darkest recesses of the inner psyche of the human animal and explore themes of child abandonment, abortion, and the hypocrisy of religion? Also your mother's womb? Yeah, you all know what I'm talking about. It's the motherfucking Binding of Isaac Rebirth. This game. Good fuckity god, this game. It's so good. But I have to go into detail why, don't I? Fine. Alright, you play as a naked young boy, and God, you know, the god who promotes love, peace, and happiness. As long as you're not a faggot. Convinced his mother to kill her son because it's a slow Tuesday. As such, Isaac must escape through his basement trapdoor, which, oh no, it just so happens to be a gateway to hell, or church, or an ultimate dimension, or your mother's fetid vagina. It's complicated. And just like your mum's vagina, the replayability is pretty much endless. You see, I say it's a roguelike, but imagine the word emblazoned on a skyscraper that goes all the way into space. Cause, you know, it's got so many fucking levels. Seriously though, you can finish this game in well under an hour with simple but effective cry-em-up gameplay. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you kill monsters by crying on them. As I said, it's complicated, and probably a metaphor. But every run is unique, and the outcome is determined by the hundreds of items which range from sploffing useless to sploffing game-breaking. Yeah, I'm making sploffing a thing, deal with it. If I had any complaints, and this is really, really tiny, it's all very luck-based. You start a run, then the first item you see is your mum's sanitary pad, then you immediately restart. I did say it was tiny, unlike your mum's sanitary pad. Okay, 3 strikes, I'm done. That's it, I'm done. I'm done. That's it. And really, if I were IGN and actually gave scores to things, I would actually give this 10 out of 10. And understand this, for me, a 10 out of 10 game is a game where there is practically nothing you could change, and I believe that to be the case for Taboya. Except for those cunt spiders. And according to my magic pocket watch, we still got a bit of time left, so, question to all of you out there, what is the connecting theme between these two games that both subtly explore society's darkest aspects and are entirely unmarketable to the mainstream? Yeah, that's right, the AAA industry wouldn't touch us with a person holding a 10-foot bloody barge pole! A focus group would take one look at this and go, "Dear God, this only appeals to niche audiences! Stamp and stamp and stamp and stamp!" Although, this one could be built for microtransactions. In that case, we'll just change this, and this. Perfect!